All right. Happy Sunday, everybody.
Happy
Hello.
Sunday.
A lot of high energy this morning. I can feel it.
Oh, yeah. I'm tired. But excited to play.
Excellent. Had sort of a big session last time. Who remembers it well enough to recap for us and the stream on a previously on Dungeons and Dragons?
Became my baby daddy, or Hoppy became my baby daddy. That's all I remember.
What?
What? You know it.
It's true.
You have my baby.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we had eggs hatched.
Can't be mine. I pulled out way early.
Gross, bro.
And we finished that big battle outside. We slept. We did some shopping at the with the I don't remember what they're called. The
Jahaleen.
Jahaleen, yeah. And then we went to the nearest city, and I don't think we use the
Target, yeah.
We did.
we used the gate, and now we're in Combe to meet the yeah, that's the one.
Eligible
Sorry.
souls in your area.
Mm-hmm. That too.
You're glad we downloaded that Danger Wildlife app. It was a lifesaver. Just last night there were 2 cougars in my vicinity.
Cougars in your vicinity today. Oh, I wasn't quick enough on that.
All right, I have.
We talked about using the gem of origination on my weapon, and I think I decided to do it, but we didn't actually talk about it, so we haven't done that yet. But that's okay; we can do it later.
I didn't remember doing it either, so I am not prepared with 2 options. But if you think you're going to go with it, I will prepare you some choices for next session. I remember having that talk with Megan. I'm like, I know we were on the fence about it, but I don't ever remember hearing the words like "go." I don't remember that final confirmation. It was the mouse finger hovering over the OK or cancel.
Well,
back and forth. Is what I remember.
So my thought process was, if I wanted big numbers, then having an axe or a greatsword would make more sense. However, in reality, I am the tank. I should be pulling aggro, which means the larger threat radius of the warglaive makes more sense. So I was like, maybe I will, maybe I won't, because I was like, oh, but I'm throwing away, D4 each attack. But when it comes down to it, I'm better off. My archetype is a defender, and so it makes sense for me to use this. So, like right at the end, I decided that, but we didn't talk about it. So, but I think unless somebody else wants to discuss the gem of origination, then we should do it next time.
Sounds good to me. I'll prepare some options for the glaive weapon that you have, unless I hear differently by the end of session today.
Like we get it destroyed. Oops.
I mean, I suppose that's always a real world possibility.
And it drops down the sewer.
Oh man.
Hey, John.
Yes.
Welcome to D&D and HD. I got a cool blade, right?
You do have
Yes.
a cool blade.
I don't. It's not on my sheet.
Did we actually? I think we decided not to, or we wanted to make sure that you wanted it before we
Oh no,
did
yeah,
it.
No.
To
We
work.
got it.
she joined us
We
and
got it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then we got a couple of other things too.
And we're hearing from where we could buy something else if we looked into it prior. But I doubt any of us did, so it probably won't happen.
No, I think we had moved on.
Yeah, we finished our shopping. I got the ring
Okay.
of protection. Renan got her
I,
weapon, and then we
and
got
I got
something else.
Beth's favor.
Yes.
I don't see it. I should have messaged you yesterday and been like, hey, I don't see this and I needs it. I needs it, hobbits.
And we did get rid of the Helm of the Silent Mind.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
You decursed
you
it, so I'm
Draco
no
that
longer
shit.
wearing it.
Yeah. It's buried under a rock.
Mm-hmm.
And our tapestry was destroyed by the 2 dead eggs, but we saved our baby dragon egg.
Mm-hmm.
It's ours. We're not
The
sharing.
Dragoon?
Did it hatch or?
No, you're just
It
wearing
was
it.
hatching.
I don't think it was. I think we were just able to look into it, right? It's a lava lamp.
It
It
is a
was like
lava
that. Yep.
lamp.
Okay.
Okay. Is there a sheet on that so I remember how to use it?
Give me 1 sec.
I will never. I will never give you 1 second. I will give you 5.
4,
Close.
3. My favorite, like dad style medical joke. Went to go see the doctor, and I got some really bad news. The doctor grimaced, looked at me, and said, "I'm sorry, it's terminal." I said, "How long do I have to live?" And he said, "5." And I said, "Years?" And he shook his head, and I went, "Months?" And he shook his head, and he went, 3, 2, 1.
Wow.
Having a momentary lapse in memory. I'm so sorry. Make sure that you have a new attack called Black Sand's Edge. Make sure that that works and that you understand how that works. And
I see
I've
that.
added the Black Sands to your currency tab so that you can track your daily ability. But I'm gonna make sure that I put the daily ability on your character sheet so that if you have questions about how it works.
It's a +10 to attack, and my first time I hit it, I get a 13. No, thank you, sir.
This is broken.
How
It's defective. I'd like to return
dare
it.
you? The fuck? All right. Free action to recall. It just comes back to me, right? It's
It does.
Yeah.
boomerang
So
blade.
you can throw it twice in a round, or
My
no,
boomerang won't come back.
you don't have 2 attacks, but
Yeah, I just
you
get
can
1
throw it
attack.
every round.
Super excited about that. Oh no. Okay. I'm okay. Am I okay? I don't know. Time will tell.
John, can you add Best's favor to the magic items as well? Thank you.
John says he can't use his push to talk right now. We got new computers.
I saw a thumbs up.
Yeah, we got new computers that won't let him use the mouse pedal or the pedal that he uses for his push to talk as a separate button. So he has to map it to something on his keyboard. So if he's typing,
That sucks.
stuff gets all messed up. Yeah. That's a fun little Windows 11 change.
No.
You should be able to map it to a separate thing. I'm not sure why you wouldn't.
Nothing that we have tried. When he got it originally, he could just plug it into the computer and it worked as its own separate button. It wasn't like mapped to anything on the keyboard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It
No,
does
it
not work
should.
with this computer.
Oh. Yeah, I got nothing.
I have a kid problem. I'll be back in a few minutes. Sorry.
Okay.
I think I got the daggers sorted away power wise. The pedal by itself in Windows 10 can be recognized as pedal key 1. Now that
Mm-hmm.
it's in Windows 11, it can only be mapped to an existing key, and pedal key 1 is not a key it recognizes. So like it's not its own button, it just is now a new button that can be mapped to any existing key. And like that doesn't sound like a big change for most people, but the way that I play WoW, I have almost every conceivable mouse or key binding is already mapped to something in game, or is a button that will do something outside of game, like open up my Windows tab or open up a
Got it.
browser, or you know what I mean, like or accidentally shut something down. So I settled on like the tilde key because in
Mm-hmm.
WoW that doesn't do anything. But what I did not consider is that if I ever have a text field open while I'm pressing push to talk, it will just spam the tilde key.
Yeah.
What about like scroll lock or pause break?
So scroll lock is a zoom out command in the World of Warcraft, and pause break turns off the numlocks key every time I press it. I don't know why, but if I hold down scroll lock and press the buttons 4, 5, and 6 on my number pad, it turns numlocks off, which disallows me to use the numlock keys. And there's nothing to my knowledge or experience that should be the case, but that's what keeps happening. And
Okay.
that's
You might be able to associate it with F13. F13 to F24 are technically keyboard keys that usually aren't on any keyboard anymore.
Oh,
I will look into this.
thank you.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't have a thing, but that's something we used to do with a lot of assistive technology.
I like that. I will
I
read
don't
up
have
about
any.
We're back. I'm back. Caleb
Okay.
never left.
Sorry, gang. I'm pedaling slow this morning. Michelle, it's lacking some of my normal flowery prose, but you should now have a reminder text for the Black Sand transformation reaction that you can do once per long rest, a way to track that once per long rest ability, and I think the dagger works now.
Buddy.
And
So
Mark,
wait, is that on my sheet? I'm sorry.
it should be, yes, ma'am. In the
I
just below the
just
short
wanted to
rest.
make sure.
Oh, I see it.
Okay,
I see it. Thank you.
of course.
Just below a short rest. Is that not for me?
No, I gave you
I
the
just
thumbs up,
wanted
but
to
I don't
make.
remember what I'm doing.
Oh, I just wanted best favor in the magic items if you can at some point. just so I don't forget anything else it can do. But I think I added the +1. I did the +1 global attack modifier, and I think it also adds to my saving throws.
Just
And that was
skill
what I was
checks and
wondering.
attack rolls, I think.
Skill checks and attack rolls, yeah. So, and I think we did both of those.
Question about my dagger.
Don't put it in your butt. Bad move. Bad move.
Don't tell me what to do to my own body, Zach. In order to have the reaction of getting 0 damage, do I have to use the weapon? That's the dumbest question. Yes. So
Repeat the
when
question.
when I use it
Mm-hmm.
in that same round, I take no damage. Or can I just call upon the reaction at any time?
Technically,
do they work?
They don't work in tandem, but technically both of those statements are true. So you have the daily ability once per day as a reaction. You can become a being of animated black sand, and whilst you are in your Onyx transformation, you will take half damage from all damage sources until the beginning of your next turn.
Perfect, but I don't necessarily have to do that when I throw the dagger.
Correct.
Okay,
And
I like
strictly,
it so much.
strictly speaking, you don't even have to have the dagger drawn for that reaction ability to work, so long as you're attuned to the dagger.
No, because I just am Onyx hand, motherfuckers. Okay.
John, I did double check. We do have the skill set, and I do have the global attack modifier, so I should be good. I don't need it
was
right
pretty
now.
sure that worked. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Does anybody else have any questions about things I have promised or didn't deliver?
No, sorry to take up so much time, you guys, but I needed it.
Who got the inspiration token from last session?
Not me.
I did.
Okay.
You can't just say that.
I second it.
I honestly don't care. If Mark doesn't have one, give it to him. I was just. I don't know. I don't
Sorry,
even remember.
I was joking. I don't remember well enough what happened that I have a opinion on that.
Who doesn't have one? Let's just give it to somebody who doesn't have one. I don't have one. Okay, give it to Oni.
Yeah,
Go.
give it to Oni.
Yeah, there we go.
I have one now. Yay!
Huzzah and hurrah!
Yay.
Huzzah and hurrah!
Huzzah. Double huzzah! Triple huzzah!
Now
Okay,
I know that this
goddammit.
lightning paced nonstop action thriller that has been the last 24 minutes has riveted everybody and gotten to just a frothing fervor. There are just a few bits of technicality we need to get into before we can start the session proper. First, a point of clarification that I need from you guys. I'm okay with either way. When we took the portal from from Beiju to Abydos, it was not explicitly clear to me whether you were taking the horses that were gifted to you by the Jahaleen with you or if you were leaving them there. If you want to leave them there, we can talk about selling them for gold. If you want to bring them with you, then you have horses here. But it was one of those I didn't ask and nobody said, so
that is a great point. Can we send them to
you owned them for a session?
Well, I mean, I say we bring with us, that way we can.
Yeah,
to load our loot. Come on, we're gonna be so flush with loot. So much.
Besides, they'll be worth more in Combe, right?
That's true.
Come's a big city. I don't think so.
Did we talk?
Sorry, they were super special.
They are super special. Ryan, what did you say about sorry?
Did we talk about Sari's hand? I just want to make sure to remind everyone that Amon, that's that dude's name, uh
Don't wear it
realize that
out.
sorry. I won't. Her hand was hurt. I just wanted to remind us we need to get to her quickly. Okay, cool. That's it. Go.
Thanks, bye.
Sorry. Ads.
See, he didn't tell Draco, so Draco don't care. He only told Oni and Renan.
Tough but fair. The other question that I had for you guys is, at various points in my notes, I have one of you holding a sending stone and the other sending stone in 3 different persons' custody.
Wow, we're skilled.
The last I remember,
Remember that.
so at one point we were going to send it with the people on the river for Mother Marwa to try to
Mm-hmm.
locate them. After that, we were going to send it back to Draco's grotto, so we had like a telecom opportunity, long distance. And then at another point, it was with the scouts that we were leaving at the temple, Bathsheba's temple, when you guys went to the necromancer hideout. And I feel like all 3 of those, like the first 2 could have happened, but the third one couldn't have happened if either of the first 2 is true. So, like, I will confess that I don't, as the DM, have a clear understanding of who you've left with your other sending stone. So I'd appreciate continuity here and being honest, but I really don't
Okay,
know. Who do you guys
the
think has
first
the
one,
other stone?
the first one did happen, and then we
And he
had
got it back.
back up with them, and we got it back. So that one definitely happened. And I, the second one
We
we were talking
definitely
about doing, I don't
no,
know
we
if we did
sent
do
it
it.
with we did. There was someone along the way that we sent to the grotto, and I very clearly remember we gave them one of the sending stones. It was like a young girl or a young boy or somebody that we found, maybe like the bride or the daughter of someone.
Yeah, I don't remember sending the sending stone when we went to go fight the necromancer. So I think that
The
we
next
did
Was
I
send
it?
don't
it
just
to
have
Did
it
we
to the
send it with
grotto.
Draco's not bride?
we sent it with someone to the
to
grotto.
the grotto.
I thought.
Yeah.
I don't.
Uh,
I'm not trying to be dishonest. That is literally what I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Makes good sense to me. I was reviewing my notes because I thought, well, surely the answer is here in my notes, and then I just ended up spending 40 minutes and discovering that it was at any point in time in 3 different places, and I understood them incorrectly. So I just wanted to touch base.
The third one I think may have been another sending stone we were given shortly. Just a short temporary thing if we
Mm-hmm.
had one then, the extra one.
Because we
But yeah, the I'm good
because we had
75% sure we sent it
yeah,
to
I
the
think so too.
grotto.
Because we had what's his bucket, the oh my god, I should know my own NPCs. The derpy stable hand kid.
Yes, yes,
Came out to talk to you guys about Draco's Grotto when we sent him back with the first like
yes.
recommission orders to start the 2 new buildings constructions.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's when
It
that
was
happened.
someone. No, it was someone after that. But it doesn't matter. I know that we did send
I
it.
definitely trust your memory, and I'm
Okay.
happy with the result of where it is.
So guys, maybe we should talk to our sending stone. Is that a subtle hint? Is that a not so subtle hint?
Well, it dovetails nicely into the other bit of minutia that I wanted to get through this morning, and that's that this is our second in-game month. This is now like the 60-day mark that our characters have been on this journey. Um, you may not remember the rules for this because we've only covered it one time previously. We do in my games that run this way a character tax every month that covers food, housing, repairing of gear, all non super expensive material components for spells. Um, and it's time for that tax to come due. As always, the tax is 10 gold per character level. However, we also have money from Draco's Grotto coming in. So it is super helpful if we have the ability to communicate with that person. He can basically, like, I'm happy to do electronic
He
style
can
banking.
Venmo it to us.
Exactly.
Nice.
Rather than saying we need like 12 weeks for all of this money to like, be carried by carrier pigeon 1 gold piece at a time. I'm happy to do some hand wavy, it gets magically teleported into your account. But if you guys are ready or if you have questions about that, I'd like to just sort of go through that pretty quickly.
I'm good to go.
Okay.
I know we were going to reinvest
much-
that money.
How much is the grotto made?
I do not have 90 gold, so I will need some of the
We
money. that
got you,
make.
Oni. We got you.
Okay.
So,
We got you.
I think probably the best way to handle it is going to be like, I'll tell you what the grotto has made. We can subtract the 450 gold from that, and then you guys, up to you, obviously.
Hmm.
The grotto has been less than productive this month because of the new construction, but the mine itself produced more than it did last time because this month you sent them supplies for shovels and to hire extra miners. Who would like to roll on behalf of the mine or on behalf of the grotto's income
Who's
this
feeling
month?
lucky?
I
Oh,
feel lucky.
boy.
I feel lucky. Here we go.
Go
Oh,
What
for
do you
okay,
want?
you do it.
Okay, you're going to the grotto earns a baseline of 400 gold this month plus 100 gold times the result of 2d6.
No
Okay,
whammies,
2d6,
no whammies, no
baby.
whammies.
Get that
Here we
12.
go.
Get that 12. Get that 12.
Oh, whammy!
Aw.
God damn it.
So
Just
we
Yeah,
got
slightly
there's
below.
five of
exactly
us.
900
It's
gold.
500 gold.
Yep.
There's our tax.
So
So
we get 450 gold and we pay 450 gold.
So the mine itself, all of Draco's Grotto netted a total of 900 gold.
Okay.
You guys owe me 450 for the roofs that you decide to keep over your heads and other people's heads, food that you eat, repairs to arms and armor, replenishment of ammo, replenishment of spell component stuffs. So that means you've netted a profit of 450 gold. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
What can we should reinvest in the grotto?
Yeah, reinvest. Yep.
Let's make sure to like
Um,
tip all of our workers first, too. That's
Yeah.
important to me.
Hey, no,
Christmas
no.
Christmas bonus.
Let's do
Don't-
it.
No, no, no,
Don't
no,
you know
no.
me, Zach?
Or
They are
unless
slaves.
that's part
Come
of our
on.
450 gold upkeep.
Yeah. See, exactly. That's exactly.
I assume that we're paying them significantly so that comes out of
I don't know where that thought came from.
it's like
Wait, we
their
did
their
add.
salary would be part of the cost. So the profit is 900.
Mark and before him, Michelle are both correct. When we first started this discussion process, there were 3 levels of accommodation we could make for all residents of Draco's Grotto: poor, good, or exceptional. And you guys chose good, like the sort of middle tier of keeping everybody well-to-do, very comfortable, very happy, eating and drinking quality water and food, reasonable housing and healthcare. Not exceptional, but also not like today's dinner is mud pies again. Right?
Keep them happy to keep them from stealing. That was the thought.
So 2 issues exactly. I think that was Michelle's point that landed us in that middle ground 2 or 3 months ago. The two elements, 2 issues that we need to weigh in on. The Excel sheet that Mark's listed. Do you want to reinvest, and if so, into what? The second issue, presented by the results of Draco's roll, are that there seems to be a lack of motivation for some of these workers. Maybe it's because they need more carrot than stick. Maybe it's that in the absence of an actual taskmaster boss, they're not getting whipped enough and they need more stick. But they underperformed your expectations in terms of financial production this month. It could be something as simple as, construction efforts bled too many additional resources, or maybe the gold is slowing down in production, because remember, it was only based on the blood that Apep or Amet had bled all over the place. So eventually there will be no more gold for them to dig up.
Right.
Looking at the reports that you've been getting that get sent to you, it seems like morale is low, and you have to decide whether that's an issue you think is worthy of addressing in any form or fashion, or if you just want to wait another month and see if things kind of improve on their own, or if they continue to trend downward, then you can make an adjustment.
Would money improve morale, or is something else causing it?
We don't really know.
Is that included?
Which
in
is
the
weird.
report?
It's the intuition, the sense that Draco is given from the reports that hit his desk, are that people are lacking an outlet for like post work activity. Like there's nothing for them to do in Draco's Grotto.
We have an inn and a
They got-
tavern.
Yeah.
So your whole day is dig up gold, get drunk, have some
Eat and
bread and
drink.
stew, rest, reset.
We need a bro.
We need a brothel. Well, we have the sisters. What are they doing in the
Okay,
inn?
well,
Damn.
I thought that was their whole deal.
Ladies, these dicks
Uh,
aren't gonna suck
wait.
themselves.
Well,
what?
we
Okay.
Wait,
Well,
we could have. Wait. What is actual? We could have.
the guitar pit.
the
Yeah.
Catal pit.
Cat-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tall.
That would
See,
give them something entertaining to do, and potentially bring in betting money.
and covers more of our gold moving out of the mine. That's what we were thinking.
Yep. It's 500 gold though. Do we have 500 gold to invest? I know we have
I
450.
can-
Do we have the extra 50?
Yes,
Yes,
we
like-
do.
Then let's build a Catal pit. And
Sounds
Ren,
good.
if you
Do-
still want to do little bonuses to everybody, we could do like 5 gold apiece or something.
Where's this coming from? What?
Relax.
How many people are there?
Relax.
How much could that possibly be?
Do you know how many people we've sent?
I think the
Well,
total
it
is
says on-
now 13 people. Like
Yeah,
not
exactly.
counting the
That's a
citizens
lot.
there that we told we'd take care of. We are responsible for 13 new residents, and there were 8 I think before that. I'd have to go back in my notes and confirm.
Okay, wait, hold on. It said our highest priority is to keep the profile of the town low because everyone thinks it's a nowhere stop with no services.
Mm-hmm.
So, do we really want to build a guitar pit?
We do. It's a small one currently. Then we can expand in the future.
Well, I was thinking maybe we look at like
It's something for them to do, right?
yeah,
And
I was
something
kind
for
of
them to
thinking about that
watch.
shrine would be kind of a better like motivational thing. It's a different way that they could go, or a carpenter
have-
would help make the housing nicer.
Mm,
So those were my two thoughts.
carpenter could help. So we could do the Catal pit or the blacksmith and the carpenter to maybe help with construction.
The blacksmith should help with mining because they'd be able to repair what the
The materials.
tools.
But that's just helping them work
Yeah.
better. That's not addressing the quality of life.
True, but the carpenter, if we had the carpenter to help build the houses would be nicer.
Okay, hold on. What if we do the market because then it gives them somewhere to go and look around and buy and take part in? And it's potentially giving us more revenue. Let's be selfish about it.
I mean, the market also makes sense because it would give other people a reason to come to town, like the Catal pit too. But the market would bring, external vendors in. They might bring different things that people want.
Or people could start
looking
their
at
own
it as
businesses and be small business owners.
yeah.
Did
Are
we
we
name
offering
our
incentives?
tavern?
What's that?
No.
Yeah,
Did we name?
I thought Megan did. It was something
Oh.
kind of.
Yeah, but what was it?
It's probably in Discord.
It's probably. I love your absolute faith in us. So, are we doing market or Catal? Market or Catal?
I say Catal.
I say Catal also,
Yeah, I
Okay.
think so.
but
I think it's the wrong choice, but all right, guys, let's do it. 3-2, or maybe 4-1.
No, I kind of go with either the market or the blacksmith carpenter. I figure if they have more ownership of their environment, they may take it more seriously.
I had tuck me in and the sandy floor. Tuck me in. Here. This is it.
sheet so we know the names of them.
Okay. We didn't vote on it, but if that's what we're gonna go with. We have Tuck Me In and the Sandy Floor is the name of the tavern.
Cool. What are you wearing? Sorry.
I think my initial vote was in and out.
Yeah, that was a pretty good one.
Okay, are we gonna go with in and out?
Effing, thank you.
John, the note at the bottom says that the Champions Arena, the Catal Pit, is only for when we're in town. Is it going to have any effect when we're not in town? Will it be used to? It says used to train fighters and town defenders when events aren't planned. Is that what's going to happen? Is it going to? Do we think it'll affect morale? Will it increase profit?
I think if you guys decide to commit to having like actual fights there for that can be bet on, that's definitely one of the biggest like entertainment options that are available to the people of Geb. So I think yes,
Okay.
but
Okay, but I'm good with that. If it's entertainment that they will that will assist them, then that's fine with me.
Okay, so we're going Catal Pit.
Yes.
Build the Catal Pit. And are we going to give tips, like bonuses for the first month?
No.
I mean,
Okay.
they didn't
Building the Catal
succeed
Pit
in,
and continuing to pay
know.
them for whatever their jobs are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
I like it. And then depending on
Sorry,
how we do next
50
month.
gold.
I'm sorry.
We needed 50 gold from our pot to cover the. Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
What do we get if we get the grotto up to level 2? I think we have 1,000 gold. So
Yeah, no. I'm gonna say right now, no way.
I would think
We
after
only.
the first month that it is more profitable. We could look at that. That improves safety and services, available services,
skill
right?
days and everything. Having significant push to talk issues. I apologize.
We can actually hear you starting and stopping.
you're typing tildes in the
I know.
Google Doc.
I'm trying really hard not to. Just want to be part of it. Level 2 increases the base dice that you would roll for income. It also allows for other additional structures to be made that I haven't necessarily made available to you yet because it's not level 2. It also increases its footprint and its its profile, like at a glance recognizability as a settlement.
Okay. Okay. I guess we go with Catal Pit, and I think but I think we need to prioritize investing in it if we get the chance, if we have additional funds available from someone.
I like that plan. I also like the idea of doing the carpenter and the blacksmith if that will improve work conditions and living
And our
conditions.
glass manufactory.
Well, and so that was our business
Well,
plan for post gold mining, I
Right.
guess. So we do need to get that
Yeah.
going. But I don't want to do another work thing if they're already kind of disgruntled.
Yeah, I agree.
Cool. So just Catal Pit for now.
Yep.
Sitting on
Correct.
cash money for other opportunities down the road.
Correct.
Mhm.
And you'll update the spreadsheet to represent that.
I already did.
Thank you. I can't open it or I tilde everything. Dropping tilde bombs.
Yep. Do we have to name the Catal Pit?
I think you should. If you don't want to, I can come up with something clever. The pits.
All right, everybody work on
Well, if
names
the
for the.
Sisters of Draco are running it too, then it should be the tits of the pits.
Pretty awesome.
What is your
Tits of
entertainment
the
district
pit.
called? It's called Tits and Pits.
Right.
No,
Strip show in a gladiator arena.
of the pit. I'm the tits of the pits, motherfucker. Let's go.
That's the trophy. Just 2 golden boobies.
The Golden Globes. There you go. That's
Who
what people
doesn't
fight
want
for.
that? Who doesn't want that?
I mean, this sounds like a great idea to me.
We have various staff over there. Does anybody have like a report that they want to send to us? Is there anything that like that Geffen could tell us about the animals, or is the inn seeing business?
Or is that part of the
Or
report
are we
that told
just
us morale was low?
extracting all of that gave us the money? Yeah.
The animals are thriving. They
Thriving.
have not been able to turn it quite into the zoo that you're hoping for, but one day, very soon rather, that dream should be realized. And Geffen, of course, is always is always curious to know if you've acquired anything new and exciting, because he loves to take care of the animals and thinks that if one day you're going to have this be like an actual bestiary that's going to attract, you know, curious ticket purchasers, if we had something truly like a banner creature, something no one's ever seen.
Like maybe a dragon.
Like a dragon?
If you
About my
include that in your
dragon
next
baby.
correspondence, I'm sure he'll lose his shit.
How do I take care of a dragon?
Okay.
Okay, and okay, yeah. I
And
think we're good.
So this report was from Masika, I'm guessing, overall?
Mhm. Yep, that's your supervisor, right?
Yep.
So we got Titani as the Exarch,
Mhm.
is a supervisor in the Masika. So Exarch is mayor.
Basically, yeah.
Mhm.
The title Nomarch is like governor of all of the regions of Geb. Since this is unincorporated territory, they use the word Exarch, which is like I would be a Nomarch if we were actually a city.
So when we get to Grotto level 3, it'll be a
Right. Then you can talk about
no.
mhm,
Okay,
if you actually want to be recognized by Pharaoh and pay tithe to him.
No,
got it.
we're just a sleepy little town
Hero.
in the desert
We're
that nobody visits.
look
Great
away.
exports.
Nothing to see
Exactly.
here.
Nothing to see here.
Look away.
We're just a secret enclave of bare-tittied bunracers. Honest.
Right.
No one's sad about that, John.
I'm smiling ear to ear.
No one is sad about that.
All right. We can move on, I think, but we need to keep in mind that other people could be sent to the grotto.
Okay, so we want to level up the grotto when we can.
Mm-hmm.
And send more people.
Yeah. Because maybe part of the reason they're not being very effective is there's just not enough of them to carry the load.
Cool.
Okay, I put that on our to-do list.
Excellent. Then we can pick up the session if you guys are ready. Here in Calm, the Grand Bazaar, having just exited from the portal, you find yourselves being sort of ushered out of the portal chamber because it's the hustle and bustle of a large metropolitan city, and you're kind of just in awe of it, but people are bumping into you as you're like gumming up the works, and the line needs to keep moving. So the attendants in the teleportation room are just sort of ushering you out as you're being pushed into the sprawling city. Um, the the awe, the size and shape of it all is immediately apparent to you. This is opulence. This is a center of great wealth, and at the same time, you can see the stark disparity between the people who own this immense fortune and those who have almost nothing. As there are gutter people, there are impoverished poor people who wait outside of the teleportation hall with their hands out begging, pleading for alms. Some people are blind, some people are maimed, some people are unclad children, all just begging for whatever handouts merchants coming or going might be able to spare.
Freaking
Uh,
gutter people.
you all gutter children make me sick. As you walk through this throng of beggars, Renan, you see a young boy with a small checkered fez is getting awfully close to Oni and Hoppy, and like they're too kind-hearted probably to understand that they are about to get pickpocketed. And rather than push the street urchin away or be on high alert, like your keen eyes detect that this kid has got very sticky fingers, but their passive perception is not high enough to see it. Do you want to let him get away with a couple of gold? Do you want to interrupt it? Do you want to stop him privately?
I'm gonna watch him pick one of their pockets and simultaneously pick his pocket at the same time and be like, all you had to do was ask.
That's amazing.
All you had to do was ask. And then I'll give him a gold. I'm gonna have to roll for this, I understand.
I do need a sleight of hand from you. Perfect. Yeah, you take all of his worldly possessions basically, and spin him around as he goes to leave, like counting his gold coin. He bites it, makes sure that it's real, and when he goes to put it in his my where's my, and that's when you turn him around and be like,
And
missing
I'm just
something.
like, I said, not them. Not them. You can't trick a trickster, bro. Be more careful next time. And then I put my hand out, like, give me the gold. I don't know how much he took.
Just a single gold piece.
Okay, then I give it back to him. I say, get lost. I don't want to see you again, and don't ever. None of these people got it. Good job. Now go on your merry way and pick all the pockets. Pickety pockets, but not these ones.
He takes the gold, puts it in his pocket, turns away, 2 steps away from you. You go back to the party, but then you can sort of like feel him just slinking in your shadow. Maybe because, you know, he's a 12-year-old boy and you're a 16-year-old girl. Maybe because he's impressed with what you've just done, but like he's just following you now. Not in a stealthy way, like a puppy dog might follow someone.
Yeah, that's cute. I'll take it. I like it. Also gross.
He's 12.
We don't like boys. Yeah, it's okay. He's still a human. What am I gonna do? Chuck my dagger at him? Oh, good
Ooh,
idea.
you could chuck a
Actually,
dagger at him.
actually, scare him off. Scoosh.
Okay, so yeah, maybe without any intention of hurting him at all and behind my back because I'm that fucking good, I just like chuck my dagger and like pierce the edge of his cloak or
As
something.
once he sees the dagger like disappear on its own, returning to your hidden hand, he's even more like enamored's
Right.
not the right word, but like just he's like it's this that moment of like idolatry, right, where he just looked at you like, what? Yes, more of that, please. And he just starts following you, and he's like, I don't recognize you here. This is your first time in comm, isn't it?
Nope. I'm a regular. You just don't see me. Magic. I'm not helping my case.
He's like, I would recognize your traveling companions for sure, and I don't think I've ever seen anybody like that.
Excuse you.
Good. He didn't say pull my finger first.
Ew. Very stinky. Okay, and I'll be like, what do you want, kid? What do you want? You're not going to ask me personal questions. Who do you belong to?
I belong to the streets.
That's what I assumed. Do you have a master?
No. Do you?
I'm my own master.
Same. Do you need a
Do
guide?
you have loyal?
Because I know basically every corner of the city like the back of my hand.
And I know you're very good with those sticky fingers. Okay, listen to me. I'm not giving you any more gold. I'm not teaching you any more tricks. What's your gimmick? Why are you offering to help us?
I just want to be like you.
Oh.
I picture Renan with this little duckling trail of
I'll be
street
like, you
urchins.
don't want to be with you don't want to be like me, kid. I learned these skills because I had to. If you don't have to learn them, go do what you're doing. You're good at that. You're not going
You
to
don't
learn
even have to
Hey,
anything.
do you
teach
want to
me.
go to the grotto?
You just do what you do and I'll watch.
I'm getting there, Mark. What?
He said, you don't
Recruiting
even have to
child
teach me.
laborers.
You just do what you do and I'll watch.
Ew. You're starting to annoy me, sir, little boy. That's the appropriate thing. I'm going to call him little one. You're starting to annoy me, little one.
You're 16.
Well, it would be less annoying if you just took me under your wing as a student.
I will not
That's
be
what
doing
she
that. I
said.
do not like people. I don't like people enough to ever have a student. I barely like these people, and these are my family. No. But walk
He
on. Show me
pout,
the ways.
he
What
pouts,
what do you
crosses his hand, and gives you like this big, huge,
Oh
soft
god.
crocodile tear, like just
Oh.
the incredibly rehearsed quivering lower lip.
You're very good at what you do, little one. Now if there's something that we would not typically see just walking through this city, take us there immediately. And maybe I'll show you my dagger. Walk. Go. Move.
He goes, I bet you're going to want to see the exchange board, aren't you? Adventurers always stop at the exchange board.
We could find that ourselves. But sure. If that's the thing you want to show me to impress me, good job, little one.
He seems disheartened that you're not like more encouraging of his burgeoning skill and talent. He tells you, well, I would tell you not to take the center road all the way through because the trade road is where everybody's going to try to steal your stuff. You wouldn't have even
Okay.
known that if not for me.
Okay, little one. So which way would you go?
I'd go around behind the Helios.
Alone, or are you going to take us?
I could be your guide for, let's say, 10 gold.
Okay. Get on your way, little one. We got this.
Um, he leaves, but you just can't shake that feeling that like you have a puppy dog duckling tail for at least a while until you seriously ditch him or you manage to gain
Yeah.
access to a place that's going to keep him out. Like he's just going to be a skulking shadow behind you, almost certainly.
Yep. For sure.
Um, he did point you in the direction of a large sort of like upper end dining establishment that has an attached hotel to it called the Helios. Named such because its giant domed ceiling is open to the sun and has crystals that magnify and amplify the sun's rays, creating daylight inside, even in the deepest of the interior parts of the building.
Ooh.
Very high end, very upscale, very expensive. Not a place you would probably choose to be at, but it is the shortest way around the the tradeway, which is like the center road through this metropolis. If you button hook around it, you do end up at the town square where the exchange board is, where the apothecary is, and that's kind of like that's the city center. If you guys were looking for a fair priced place to board up for the night until you're meeting Sorry tomorrow, that's the place. You can check out the exchange board, um, shopping. Remember that this is the largest city we're ever likely going to be in. So if there's anything you want to see if it exists, this would be a place to quote see if it exists. I think we looked at this already, but these are the offerings from the apothecary here in Com. I'm fairly certain we looked at that.
Mm-hmm. If not, we looked at something very similar because I picked up a healing potion just so that I'd have one in my inventory.
And I'm pretty sure someone picked up the ointment.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any interest in seeing what the exchange board has to offer?
Yeah, I'd say so. We got a day. We got a day to mess around.
Do we have a day?
It's
We're
about
We're
going to
not.
meet her tomorrow.
yeah, it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon now, and you're not meeting Sorry till sun up tomorrow.
I mean, the insect extermination wouldn't be very difficult since that's right here in town.
We could probably do that. We could look for the
Gorger?
yeah. That's not Sorry, is it?
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
We could go find her.
I think it's just one of those we keep our eyes open.
We could look for the Gorger, and if we come across a pile of scarabs, fight them on our way. It would be nice to have a little bit of extra money in case there's anything here that we want to buy. Or, I mean, even with 500 gold pieces, we could invest that in Draco's Grotto again.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we try for the Gorger just for
Do we know
a
what a
few
gorger
hours.
is?
Someone's very hungry.
Yes, that is not untrue. If you are who's trained in survival or nature?
I think I am. I'm
Nature, I
survived in
am.
nature.
I
I
am.
got
Nature and survival.
The Imlac Gorger is an enormous type of sandworm. You've seen their like adolescent form when we were first writing on the Echo, the sand barge. You guys came across like a juvenile, borderline adolescent sandworm. The Imlac, whose name literally means giant of sands, is the mature adult version of it, and they can decimate entire villages on their own. They usually, lay dormant, hibernating for years at a time, then will surface and then, satiate their need for hunger by devouring, like a bear just before hibernation,
okay. So
thousands
it
of
sounds
tons of food goods.
like we're going after scarabs if we're doing anything here.
You don't want to bless the maker in his water.
I don't think so.
I mean, if it's going to stop soon, then I don't see a reason to go out and hunt for it.
Oh, it'll
But
stop once it's eaten 1,000 villagers.
oh well, in that case, I think we should go after the
Mark's
gorger.
like,
'Cause,
only 1,000. That's a bargain at any price.
hey, that's half a gold piece per.
Yes, I stopped him. He went back to sleep. You won't be seeing him again for a few years.
That's right.
I'm okay
Yeah,
with whatever you guys want to do.
I say we go for some insects. Just we can squish a few of them out for a minute while we wait for Sorry.
Okay.
I hope we find the Gorger on the way. I want to fight a big guy.
Got a
Look at you, gorgeous.
Are you typing?
I was typing about 800 tildes.
I'm gonna look at what Marco linked and see if that gives us a quick fix for your keyboard issue.
It's the keyboard mapping tool for Windows 11.
I've got a quick joke for Michelle. What do you call a
Great.
sandworm that never comes to the surface?
What do you call it?
That's a good one.
Oh no. Um I feel like Dune jokes are just it's just a D&D thing. Like if you're not making a Dune joke, are you even playing D&D?
All right. So your plan is to eat some bugs for just now and see if anything else kind of makes itself available to you as you wait for
Yep.
tomorrow's reunion with Sari and our journey into the desert.
Mhm.
Basically.
Do you want to try to seek out the person named in the pamphlet Seshut, or do you want to just kind of stroll around the city looking for bugs to step on and kind of take your own lead?
I'd say we meet up at Seshut, just because that's the easier way to get paid.
Yeah, I say we insect extermination, and we keep an eye out for a woman by any of those names.
Um, Asking after the stepping into the exchange. Then these are just the posters out front. Um, you are introduced to the keeper of the exchange. He's an old man, but just burly and giant. His arms are covered in tattoos and battle scars. He introduces himself as Kane, and as he turns around, he's got a small child that just kind of like clings to his back, not in a harness, but just sort of like always clinging to him like Yoda might, and asks what he can help you with. This is Kane, agent of the exchange in Com.
Whoa.
So we hear you got a bug problem around here.
He tells you, absolutely we do. They come at sunset. They've even come over the city walls more than once. Damned scarab things. I'm told they feast on the dead. Bet they'd be just as happy to take the living as far as I've seen. You probably want to hit up Seshut if you're interested in
Yeah.
making some money.
Yeah, where can we meet him up? Yeah.
Your voice is quite strange.
Yeah, I ain't from around here, you know.
I ain't from anywhere.
Obviously. In
Oh,
the south, past the southern markets, there's a small druidic enclave. You see a row of potted trees that have no business existing here in the desert. Follow that row of trees to a grove. There's a small stone building there. You'll find Seshut either tending to the plants out front or deep within inside its cold interior.
Deep.
and how about your other bug problem you got there in your
Oh, they
back?
hurt.
Need help?
He goes, no, this little parasite is welcome to stay as long as he wishes. He sort of like just picks him up by his foot and dangles him out in front.
Nice. All right.
If Seshut gives you the ticket, bring it back here and I'll make sure you get paid. No shortage of money for adventurers here in Com, that's for sure.
Sounds good. So
Do
off
it.
to the druids.
Also, don't set anything on fire here.
No promises.
Does anyone else find it curious that Draco wants to go fight something that swarms?
That is kind of
I know he'd be fine with the Gorger, but
I know. The irony is not lost on me.
Self-fulfilling destiny.
Curious.
Sometimes they just like a lot of things. Just take me.
right.
All right. following his advice, you walk down past the southern portion of the bazaar until you find a long row of trees that they're coniferous. They have dense green pine needles. Um, Most of you have never even seen a tree like this, let alone dozens lining a streetway. Um, the base of each of them is erupting in a
Hey,
bloom
Michelle.
of mushrooms, and they seem to demark a pathway to a large stone outcropping that's got henge-like structures in the atrium. And there is, as promised, a crouched figure in a sort of off-white, canvas robe, just tending the gardens there. He doesn't seem to acknowledge your approach, and you are able to get like dangerously close to sneaking up on him, and he still hasn't turned around to say anything.
Oh.
I'm kind of in awe, just checking out the greenery and walking up, trying not to smash the mushrooms, but seeing if any of them are any particular, fancy mushrooms,
Is
or
he
if it's
high
just
as fuck? Is that why you can't hear us coming?
There are a number of species of mushroom, Draco, most that you can identify, but a few that even you cannot. They run the gamut from medicinal to psychotropic to just edible. He seems to be growing them for a number of different purposes.
I love this, dude. Let's get it. Come on. What do I gotta
I've been
do?
looking for some psychedelic mushrooms. I haven't. I ran out. They help me sleep.
Does anybody need to psychedelic mushrooms help you sleep?
Yeah, that's what I say.
Does anybody have a thing that they have to like attune to? Because think about that
this seems like the
attunement.
place.
You could really attune with some magic mushrooms. I'm just saying. Unlock some more
I
powers.
mean, the gem of origination is a thing I think I need to attune to.
I do I have to attune to my cloak?
I have to attune to the
Get lost
universe.
in it.
Just I like to touch things.
I'm under my cloak. Nobody talk to me.
Whilst everyone is considering what a mushroom trip might be like, the slight frame of the crouched figure stands erect and turns to face you, and you're taken aback as you see his face. He says, "I am Seshut. How may I help you?"
You look like
Holy
a
shit!
lettuce.
Last of Us. Okay, Last of Us. Fucking
His
terrifying.
shoulders are covered in cap mushrooms, and his head is also a giant fungus. Whether he wears it like a helmet or has allowed them to naturally grow along his hair and beard is unknown to you. Um, Draco, you do notice that there's a lime green magical sigil that has been grown from spores on the forehead of this, let's charitably call it a helmet, but you recognize it immediately as the marking of one of the druidic circles. This man is of the circle of spores.
Obviously,
He is a spores druid.
I mean it's freaking cool, but gross.
You don't see eyes, but he does
Mm.
seem to track movement perfectly, and asks why hearty adventurers like yourselves have come to his quaint grotto instead of breaking faces in the arena.
Well, we figured, we'd help the town out with some extermination, and we were recommended seeing you. And boy, won't forget you.
Boy.
Boy, I
Oh
tell you
boy.
what.
He says that he is not unaccustomed to this response, that he assumes you mean that it's not often you meet a man who's dedicated his life to so carefully tending to death and its cycle.
I mean, That's one way of putting it. But I commend you. For, I am a druid of the flame, as you can see. As I look at him warily.
He tells you to be quite careful with the fire here.
I plan on it.
The city's burned once before. We'd rather it not ever again. Certainly not around my mushrooms, please.
No problem. So,
He
bugs.
asks if you have a history of dealing with scarab beetles.
Unfortunately, yes. And, if we can help take out a few more for you guys while making some coin.
He tells you that the sage and hibiscus necklaces that you wear are
Yeah.
paltry
Knew those would
defenses
come
that
in handy.
might have saved you against minor scarab infestations in the past, but these are a creature unlike he's ever encountered before. It's his job to respect all things that participate in the cycle of death, and scarabs are notoriously well-known corpse eaters, so he has a certain affinity for them, but has decided to volunteer to lead their extermination effort since he now categorizes them as like an invasive species, because the number of scarab swarms that have made themselves present in the city recently is far beyond what the natural cycle could possibly support. He has no idea where so many scarabs could have come from, and they are of size, shape, and varieties that he's never seen before. And they're taking living people out of their homes, which is
What?
a danger that can't be meted out, or that needs to be meted out. He goes, perhaps, I'm guessing the flyer was not as descriptive as it should have been.
No, no, not so much. So, hey guys, I think I will be okay with these since they're going to be larger. It's the little guys that kind of screw me up.
I'm just saying, we have the option of the Gorger.
Bless you.
One thing, not a swarm.
I think one may lead to the other, no matter which one we chose. This way, we can get paid for these as well.
Listen to Yoda today. All the wisdom, one may lead to the other. I say we do it because this is awesome. But
Let's
can
do
you
it.
give us tips on how to not die?
So, do you have anything else that could help? Do you have anything that could help us if you don't think our necklaces would do much to help protect us?
He says no, that he's yet to find an adequate deterrent. That's part of his investigation today with the harvest of mushrooms he's out here doing now. Just tells you to rely on your druidic magic.
If flaming on will be happen.
What about my Warglaive? Will my Warglaive deter them?
He does admit that one of the most efficacious approaches to termination is removing head from thorax.
Okay, well then we're in good shape. Let's go.
He does advise that they still seem to have a swarming mentality, so it is not uncommon for them to select a small or vulnerable target and swarm that
Hey.
target.
Crap. Hey, bring your little boy with us, Renan.
I'll be like, "Where are you? Where are you, little boy?
His new name is
Come
Bait.
hither."
He tells you sadly he cannot offer you any other advice, but wishes the six of you the best of luck.
Great.
we
We're about
we
to
should
die.
go
Can
find
we have
bait.
some? But can we have some? Can we have some mushrooms, anyways? Something to help us on our journey.
He tells you as long as no one is too greedy, you're welcome to help yourselves to anything in my garden.
Yeah.
I will be taking some psychedelic mushrooms. Just a
Putting them
few.
in your bag or eating them?
No. Putting them in my bag.
Yeah. I'm also gonna take some mushrooms that I recognize for different properties, but especially a good helping of the psychedelics just for funsies.
Just in case.
But
For
does
those
he have any?
long. Go ahead.
Does he have any that would act as a healing salve or something?
There are some spore cap shrooms that he uses as part of a healing poultice, but the spore cap mushroom by itself is not necessarily curative.
It's an ingredient.
Do you have anything that'll help me with a berserker rage? All right, let's go. I'm done. I don't need any mushrooms. I want to hit something.
Hoppy's bored. He just starts stomping around in the garden. I want to go. On your way out of the garden, you have to stop for a moment as these small tumbling dancers ask you to please part the street for a moment as the gladiators are making their way to the central arena, please. And they poke at you to play it up, big cheers for our conquering heroes. And there's a procession of dozens of warriors leading the way. Some are being carried on palanquin, other riding beasts from foreign lands. There is
You mean we
apparently
could have gone to the pits?
a large gladiatorial event. That's why Session said he was surprised to see Adventurers of your caliber not in the arena. But
Let's go to the arena.
you pass for this
I want to
uh,
kill someone.
large group of people that usher past, like I say, some on palanquin, some not. The star of the show seems to be a slender young boy with exceedingly long, exaggerated, pointed ears and long, almost golden hair. Though you've never seen anyone of his ilk. Um, but the banner that he wears attached to his palanquin claims that he is the summoner of great and powerful beasts the world has not seen before today. And he is to be one of the grand champions in the arena.
How much does that pay?
Who are you asking?
Beating the arena people.
One of the dancers that has, one of the tumblers and street barkers that stops you at this intersection overhears your question and tells you that if you put on a good show, she's heard of champions making upwards of 5, 6, even 800 gold for an evening of success and victory. She says it's very
Kid that
dangerous,
can
though.
summon beasts.
Oftentimes, champions die in the arena.
I'm okay going to fight our scarabs, especially if that's a variable amount. Or is 200 the max?
200 is, I think, the max the person was willing to pay for assistance, or that might be the maximum amount that the Nomarch has set aside for this particular activity.
So it's only probably worth it for us to do that if. Well, I don't know. We've gotten ourselves in trouble in the pits before. Let's stick with a
True.
plan and
But
go
that
with
was
it.
because we only had half of our
We didn't
team
have
that
Draco.
We didn't have
Yeah.
Draco.
If we had Draco, it would have been super easy.
Could have fed him to the
I
monster.
don't know.
Oh,
Whole round.
I'm okay with either.
One of the tumble dancers who has been conversing with Oni, hints at the possibility that she might be at least bisexual, if not homosexual, and gently caresses your cheek. And while she does so, puts a small calling card in the waistband of your armor, telling you that she hopes she gets a chance to see more of you. And goes back to tumbling down the street, barking for the arena.
hey.
What does the card say?
Uh, it says
Yours.
Arena Entertainer Extraordinaire.
Hot. I'm into it.
She's bending.
Wasn't that one of the names that the on the on
No.
the post? No.
It is very close to a mixture of them, though.
Okay.
All right, are we doing the pit or are we doing the scarabs?
Let's do a pit. We can make more money during the pit. Why
the pit.
not?
To the
Or we
pit.
could die, you know?
Get pitted.
Arm or leg pit.
Yes.
Following the train of people, then they get marched around to the combatants entrance. You were left at kind of like Ticketmaster at the ticketing booth. There's an attendant there who is more than willing to help you. Asks what you're here for. General
Fight
admission
in the
doesn't
pit.
start for 2 hours. She looks up and down. No doubt you could. Unfortunately, our event is by invitation only. Has someone invited
Do
you
we
to
get an
participate in the
invitation?
Grand Melee?
I'm going to slide the card across the table.
She glances at the name on it, flips it over to what is, to your eyes, just a blank sheet of papyrus, but her eyes scan back and forth, left and right, a number of times like she's reading something you can't see. And she looks at you and goes, "Really? You're a champion?"
Like, yeah.
I'm gonna like flex my arm muscles, but not move anything else.
Nice. She says, "Great, that's excellent. I wish you could have signed up earlier. We would have had you participate in the March of Heroes to really amp up the crowd. Of course, we'd be willing to have you now. Would you and your compatriots be willing to participate in a group battle?"
Preferred.
Leia's flame fights together.
Oh, of course. Excellent. I'll have to write that down really quick. And we do ask for a small entrance fee of 25 gold.
I'm gonna do a little nod to Renan because I only have 4 gold.
Pay the bitch.
Yes, and as the arena fills up, I would like to steal that gold from people.
Excellent.
She tells you that the team event is capped at 5, and she'd like to know which of the 6 of you will be participating.
Not me, because I'm stealing gold.
So your little boy is gonna fight with us instead?
Oh.
Maybe we could have
Okay,
him steal gold?
Yeah, I'll make him steal gold for me.
Okay.
At the reference to a 6th member, you do look behind, and like just 10 feet behind you, 3/4 behind a tent post, is that small urchin kid who's still just on your heels.
Go. Come here.
Yes.
You are fucking up my plans.
Or am I enhancing
Okay.
them?
You're not
I like the
enhancing
kid.
them. And I'll be like, I'll teach you one trick. But you need to go get me at least 30 gold. Go. Go. See you after the fights. 30 gold. Or don't even come near me again.
He genuinely, like with deep respect, bows so low and then just disappears into the crowd.
Bye.
I wish he would have just hugged her and then tried to rob her for the 30 gold.
Right.
That would have been hilarious.
Especially if it worked.
Probably taking it from me.
The attendant says that there will be 4 rounds before any adjustments are made to rank and status. You will be fighting in the 3rd bout.
Cool.
Yeah, that seems right.
He tells you to go ahead and follow the attendant, who's this half cat person. A Tatarok online copy, only clearly touched by
Odd.
Bastet,
Oh.
making her a cat girl.
Meow.
But if you follow me, I'll take you to the arena. You can get ready in one of the adjoining waiting rooms, and please wait for your names to be called for the 3rd round. Do you have any questions?
Do we get to
Nope.
see the other fights in progress?
She tells you, the cat lady, specifically no, because you might fight them in future rounds, and they don't like the idea of you being able to develop a strategy prior to meeting your opponents on the field of combat.
Okay.
Give me 1 second to find some characters and to move them. And figure out why some of you don't drag from the journal correctly.
Hi, bro.
I'm
Some of
playing
us are
with
more of a
missions.
drag than others. That's why.
I think the reason why mine doesn't work is because I play with my character sheet popped out of Roll20, and so stuff doesn't drag to the new window.
Oh, I have mine popped out as well.
I wonder if that's it. Who doesn't?
I don't.
Mine's popped out.
Yeah, that's
This
weird.
character.
You guys
right?
need bigger monitors.
Uh,
I have two, so I drag my character sheet to a different monitor so that I can play big screen.
Oni, can you close out of it for a minute? I
Mhm.
want to try something.
I am closed out of it.
Could we take a bio break before we?
Sure. Yeah, let's do that now. That'll give me a chance to play with why the tokens aren't working. Because like Hoppy and Renan's character dropped just fine at their current level, but when I drag Oni's character, you appear not at the correct level. It's like an older sheet. Or rather, the level is right, but your HP says you have 26 of 26 hit points.
Ugh. That is definitely not right.
Right. You know.
That's less than I got. Did that fix it whenever? Or no? Is there closing out?
No, it looks like I have to manually change it.
Stupid. So, John, we finally got video walls at the casino.
I saw.
Yeah, they're actually really bright. In fact, we have two side screens and one center screen. And the center screen, they don't let me go higher than 25%
Wow.
because it's too bright. I'm like,
That's interesting.
yeah, if it goes any darker, it gets really muddy. Like they want to go 15% many times. I'm like, no, we're not doing that low. But yeah, after
Does
all
it
these
say
years,
built, or do you guys get to take it down every week?
the center screen we got to take it down every week, but the side screens stay up.
Nice. I couldn't tell from the picture that you sent. Is it like, where does it compared to the side fill speakers, the giant? I couldn't tell where they were in the room.
Oh, yeah, I'll send you another picture. The side screen ones are right where the projection screens used to be. Projection screens are now gone.
Okay, maybe that's what I was trying to force into the space that wasn't there.
Okay, I put some Catal pit names in Discord. Everybody else, please also share yours. I remembered Tits of the Pits. I don't remember who said that, but I did include that.
I kind of like the Feast of Flame or Feast of the Flame. That'd be cool. Yeah.
Sands of Fate.
I'm ears off for 1 minute.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm coming. Yeah. I thought you were taking a bio break.
No, I need food.
Okay.
And I'm also just trying to avoid the meetings. It's a freaking disaster out here.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
What was you like?
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe a little charcuterie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey.
Maybe not. Maybe it's not that much.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Hmm?
What are you doing?
What do you want me to be doing?
No.
You said I wasn't sure if you wanted me to make you food, and then you started making food, so I'm confused.
But you're just standing around there. Help me out with it.
What do you need?
Help me keep an eye on when they're back. Those are pretty nice monitors there, Zaki. How many panels is the center screen?
Doop 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 doop.
Let's
Better
do
than
this.
fighting little buggies.
Oh, nice. Yeah, those are pretty cool. Thank you for the side by side.
Yep, yep.
I was having a hard time picturing the showroom, believe it or not.
Well, it's been a time or two since you've been there, and not all the fondest memories.
I miss it a lot sometimes, and then there are days where I do not at all.
And then you remember
Yeah.
it, and you're like, eh. We were talking about that yesterday. We were trying to remember if we had Echo when he worked at the showroom, and we did. I'm on his back, and we did for like 6 months, I think. I couldn't remember when we got him. It feels like so long ago. The Gladdy heater.
How about the glad he ate her?
Mmm.
Excrement. Round 3 arrives without too much delay. You are ushered into a beautiful coliseum. There are 12 statues that surround the stone palisade walls that make up the arena. The 12 great champions of the calm arena. Um, the sand here is already bloodstained, as you are not the first event of the day, and there are multiple entrances and exits from this arena. But it looks a bit like this. As the challengers, you are ushered into the arena first and are given 1 round of preparation time before your challenge is displayed before you. You have to beat a champion rather as a challenger.
Nice.
Oni is.
Does that mean we actually get a round of preparation? Like I can summon my spirit
Yep.
guardian or my spirit channel?
Yep, everybody gets like
Sweet.
1 turn basically before, I would say, roll initiative.
Can I reopen up my character sheet?
Can
I
I ready
prefer
an
you
attack?
keep it closed always.
Oni's going to start making a small circle around the arena, like raising her swords and yelling at the crowd.
Yeah. Hoppy's gonna do the gladiator thing too.
I'm going to.
Actually, let's just roll initiative, maybe, and then you guys can take your actions in that order. I don't know why I make that complicated every time. It should just be do it by numbers.
I love it.
Hoppy's gonna get on top of these horns over here and do the like crowd, chanting thing.
It's peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly, peanut butter
Exactly.
jelly. All right, Hoppy, you have, aside from trying to amp up the crowd, is there anything else you'd like to do with your round of prep?
Have my weapon out. I can't think of anything else I can do. So
Renan, round of prep, what would you like to do?
18.
Caleb, or I cannot. That Mathis. Someone is. I cannot hear myself.
Oh, I think that's Caleb's mic, yeah.
That seems right. I'm going to pull out a blade, start sharpening it while doing acrobatics. So,
Nice.
aerials, splits, and every now and then just wink at people and wave and smile. That's what I'm doing.
Amon, if it's safe, what would you like to do with your round of prep?
Quick meta question.
Sure.
The I should have asked about this outside of game, but the sigil of Isis that I have, does that essentially just give me bless when I activate that? That's what it did last time.
Sorry, I gotta pull it
Oh,
While we're pulling this up, I should have asked, how many rounds is this?
Until you die or win.
How many?
win.
I'm assuming it's some sort of tree or bracket. How many rounds of
Oh.
brackets is it? I'm just
I-
wondering if I need to be careful with my rages.
4 would be you guys coming in like first place.
Okay.
Yes, the Sigil of Ice is if you wanted to do the Nam Jadon prayer, you would be under the effects of Bless for 10 rounds.
sweet. I'm gonna do that instead. I'm just gonna be the monk. Everyone else is running around and amping up the crowd. I'm gonna get down on my knees and pull out my sigil and say the words Nam Jadon.
Excellent. And you bless yourself.
We should totally try and get the one of the enemies into the Rubik's Cube.
That's just messed up.
Do you yield?
All right, I'm gonna make my way here into the center to make my big. Should I do a performance check
Sure.
to try to get
Oh,
the
did you?
crowd moving? What did you say, Marco?
John, did you want me to do that too? And could I do a intimidation check instead?
We'll start with Oni. Performance is 24. Let's get one from Renan working backwards. I did forget to ask for that. Renan, a performance check from you as well. And then, Hoppy, you want to try to intimidate the crowd?
Well, just like, because, yeah, I'm a big, giant dude. I was thinking that was kind of my position in the
This is when
gladiator
we have
pits
to.
is kind of the
This is why
scary
we
bad
roll
guy.
initiative. This is why we roll initiative. We gotta stay on track here. Let's let Oni go,
Okay.
then Draco, then Hoppy.
Right.
I'll just
Oni,
do a performance
your-
check.
Your performance check is superlative. It's amazing. Even in a crowd of people who don't know you, recognize the majesty of your championship. People cheer. One wealthy gentleman of calm throws a bouquet of flowers at you. There's something written in it which you're afraid to look at because it might very well be like a marriage proposal. You've heard about people in the big cities wanting to, have gladiators as
Or a dick sketch.
No.
consorts.
Okay, so when he throws it, how close is it? Because what I would like to do is dice it with my do a shoo shoo with my swords.
Sure, you
Like
can
I'm not
get
even
to it.
gonna look at it. I'm just gonna show my remarkable
Fruit ninja.
athleticism.
I like Draco's take though. Oh, mine dick etching. That took Evan 11 hours.
Oh, Evan.
But yeah, you dice it to pieces and just sort of shower in its confetti. All right, Draco, your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna be such a great performance because it's at 0. Here we go.
Hey,
Yay!
that's not so bad.
Yay!
As you go to perform, something embarrassing happens. You can fill in the spot, but the crowd loves it, and whether you like it or not, they've taken it that you are like the jester of this particular group of people, meant to entertain them through physical comedy.
Okay. That works.
And like, especially the children are like, they just think you're hysterical.
Basically, I trip as I'm trying to go out there and do like just some fireball stuff and trip and fall in. Yeah. There you go. We'll do that.
You should do like the Willy Wonka tumble to save it. They're just like, the funny man, do more funny man.
He's
Do
fan
you want
favorite here,
to
guys.
summon Fire Guy with your round of preparation, or are
Yes.
you happy? Okay.
Yeah, fire guide's right there. All right, pulled him out.
Oh, you already did it. Great.
Oof.
All right. At the start of the top of the round, the horn signals, and out of the toothy side gate to the east, you see a small, slender, pale-skinned person with long ears and straight golden hair emerge.
Is it the same person that we saw?
Yeah, you recognize him from the carnival. Sort of.
Oh, the fan
Tour.
favorite. We're going against him first
Yep.
thing. It's,
He waves his hands together, and what he's generating in the air around him looks like a giant snowflake. I mean, you've only heard about that, from tales of distant villagers. And he clasps his hands together, and the giant snowflake aerial shatters. And as it shatters, 3 spectral polar bears appear in the arena.
I'm just gonna go cute. Cutie, what a cutie baby! I love bears.
Hoppy, it's your turn. You can start with your performance check or intimidation check, and then let me know what you want to do.
So I can do a performance check. Instead, I was thinking that I would substitute the intimidation check for performance check, but I can do that for my last round of trying to amp up the crowd.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. And I got my mask going and everything.
Nice. If you had to read the crowd right now, you would assume you're about the third favorite participant. But you have sparked a bear versus bull debate from some of the financial advisors in the stands, which you literally think they're talking about whether or not a bear beats a bull.
Okay, and then I'm going to rage, and I'm gonna come over and attack this bear to give everybody a chance to aim it at the main guy. Are bears hard to hit? Probably not, given their
Barely.
size.
Bears beat beats.
I'm not looking forward to this whole fight. I think it's going to be unbearable.
Does an 18 hit?
It does. I see 22 damage.
Okay. Yep. And there's the next one.
Again?
27 damage.
Or better.
And we can't see health bars. In case that's not supposed to be that way.
That I can fix without putting tildes all over the world. I am so very sorry. I didn't think to check Roll20 when I was doing my keyboard reassignment. I will have it fixed before next session with Mark's F13 through F24 solution.
May need to leave really soon. My Margaret just sent me a map to a church.
Huh.
And is that like code for something?
I'm supposed to
Start
meet her at a
praying.
church at
Okay.
some point this morning.
All right.
And
Let us know. No worries. If you got to go, you got to go.
Yeah.
It is the bear's turn. I think you should probably turn away from this as it's going to be a grisly spectacle. Hey, those are polar bears.
can we put a pause on this?
All right. Polar
I usually like your jokes, John, but today I'm pretty polarized.
Nice.
Yeah. That one's coming. That's
Oh!
Holy
ridiculous.
Who's hitting who?
Wounded polar bear is attacking Hoppy.
Okay.
Hoppy is raging, so that is 11 damage from the first one and 6 damage from the second one. No, 5 damage from the second one, so a total of 16. But he does get to roll on the table. Oh no, we decided summons don't. For me. My minions don't.
Okay.
We'll have... Ooh. Like that. First one against Oni. We'll make both claw attacks. Is that a hit and a miss?
Yes.
13 slashing, barring reactions.
No, I'll take the 13.
Okay. Second bear will make an attack against Renan.
Nice try, bud.
Oh my god, did I legit miss twice? Including... Oh, no critical fail because I'm a guy. And then...
I'll just like duck and be like, yay!
Your little fan, he's gonna be like, whoa.
That is pretty amazing.
Renan's like Catal character's my favorite.
The pale figure on the other side of the room conjures a staff made of crystalline ice and points it at the wounded polar bear, and you watch as some of the large gashes caused by Hoppy's glaive begin to sort of like knit and sew themselves shut, and the bear is now encased in a layer of ice armor. Renan, it's your turn.
I'd like to dimension door to here.
Okay.
Before he knows what is happening, just kiss him straight on the cheek. And then I would like to run all the way over here and stab. Oh, I don't. No sneak though.
No sneak.
No sneak.
It hits.
Sorry.
I see 8 points of piercing.
Rochelle, I feel like you're usually the one who is like, let's go after the caster, not the
Mm-hmm.
Guys,
summon things.
Guys, I'm making a statement to the crowd.
We're
I'm not
supposed to
worried
have a great
about
show.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Keep up.
I'm President Camacho, bitches. All right, it is a monster turn. Just finishing your prayer, you stand up, and a half-wounded bear, now clad in like a foot of ice, bleeding through his ice armor, is looking at you as a potential meal. What do you do?
Is it engaged in melee with Hoppy?
It is.
Okay, so can I move without an attack of opportunity?
Strictly speaking, you can provoke. It will likely use its reaction to attack you because there's no other reason for it to set on its reaction.
Then I will just summon Moto Moto. And cast Hunter's Mark because that's a bonus action. I'll cast Hunter's Mark on the main bad. Sorry, I forgot what I was doing. I'm summoning these.
The Earth version. The arena goes dark. The bass pumps. I like 'em big, big. I like 'em chunky, chunky.
I just got a walkout song. And then you can attack now, right? That's the thing. I forgot to open this character sheet. I'm a little distracted, as always.
You can't be a climbing frame and an active D&D player at the same time?
I mean, I can, but it's a lot more confusing when I'm being yelled at.
Unfortunately, Moto Moto is distracted by his walkout music and misses completely. That's my jam! All
Right,
right,
that's
we're
it for
moving
me.
to Oniara's turn.
All right. Here comes attack number 1 on the bear. Does a 13 hit?
It does not, unfortunately.
Oh no!
Missed by 1.
I'm creating tension. We may or may not be
Ooh.
able to get this done. Does a 17 hit?
Failing on purpose. Got it.
Yep.
That does it, yes. And a 27 obviously hits.
And I am going to gesture at this person. I'm coming for you next. And pass turn.
He makes a rude gesture with his hands. It's not like a gesture you recognize, but the way he's doing it is like, like you just get the sense of like wherever he's from, that is like really
The
bad. Like,
ultimate.
don't let your mom see you doing that really bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it doesn't land on you at all. But it is Draco's turn.
Okay, I will go after the one that Oni was going after with a Scorching Ray. Here we go. Number 1. 15.
That hits.
Woo! 2 and 3.
No, you might not need the third one on that one. You can put the third one someplace else.
The third one can in fact be 5 damage anywhere else.
Okay, it will be actually at this one here. And since it is a spell, I do a roll d8, right? Since my little buddy's out with me,
Mm-hmm.
the enhanced bond. So +8. So
Nice.
there you go.
But he couldn't roll 2 6s, huh?
Good, I know, right?
Right?
That's on him. And then since he's already there, I got my fire dude doing flame seed. Oh,
No!
does he hit?
Oh,
It does not.
It gets caught on one of Hoppy's horns on its way past and just dink.
Well, see, the comic relief again, right? Right? That's what we're going for.
Creating tension. We got this.
That's right. Yeah, yes, fan favorite.
Yep.
I'm just fanning the flames of my, fans.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What was the result on the 100? I can't see it.
Oh, it's because I didn't roll it yet because I didn't want to. 45.
Oh no. The placement of your spell startles allies near your target, causing them to drop their guard. Your target is able to use their reaction to take an opportunity attack against any ally in melee combat.
Damn it,
Sorry.
Draco.
I'll magic
Thanks,
stone
Draco.
next time. It'll be a magic stone next time, guys. Don't worry.
Since it's trying to eat the bull, I think even though it's not effective, he'll continue to try that. This time with a bite attack instead of a claw. Like literally trying to eat you. Nope. Kind of just bites down hard on the like giant shoulder of your but no penetration. Like my least
He
favorite
got
kind of movie.
he
On
got
initiative 0.
Andy's saddle.
Yep. Just a mouthful of leather. You can see in the stands your protege is trying to make sure that you see him picking pockets. Trying to wait until like moments between your combats where your eye line might be in the stands to watch him do his thing. And there is call him a master of ceremonies. not a noble or even necessarily a wealthy person per se, but a person comes to this altar here that's elevated above the platform, wearing purple robes and a gilded crown. But you get the impression that that's like not a thing he owns so much as this is a ceremonial position. And he dumps what looks like a bag of gold into the arena.
Ooh,
Just coin all over the floor.
nice.
Okay.
Send fire guy.
Hoppy, it is your turn.
I am going to move over here, and then I'm going to attack the closer of the.
Couldn't have moved right here, bud.
I threaten both of them from where I'm at, and this will mean.
Okay.
Do you want me to continue moving over? I can. Doesn't
Yeah, that's
bother me at
perfect.
all.
That makes it perfect for me.
That way she
Okay.
gets her sneak attack.
Oh well,
Yeah.
she would have got it anyway because I get.
Nope. One
Technically,
square.
she needs an ally within 5 feet of what she's hitting.
Oh, it's not within threatening range.
It is not, unfortunately.
Thank you.
15 hit.
The armored bear, no.
Dang.
And probably doesn't hit.
We're building excitement.
You're flashy. Yeah,
Making
you're
it look like an
flashy
even
though.
fight.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Not quite that
I
large,
got
but that way
nothing.
it's visible.
Damn.
Oh, it's my turn. I don't know why I was going to read that like it was one of you. Having seen the coin drop, your combatant uses a teleportation effect similar to Misty Step to arrive next to the thing, and waves his hand over the pile of gold, and coins begin to start levitating on their own into his cloak pocket. And then the bears go. Armored bear first.
So guys, this guy's going to drop
against...
flute whenever we kill him.
Mm-hmm.
Like a fucking pinata.
That's right. This is going to be more fun than I thought. Here we go.
Double 19s hit, I think, but they're only 6 slashing damage each, total of 12 slashing. And then the Renin bear will keep Renin, and clawing.
Oh no. Oh God.
Turn into sand. Turn into sand.
Black sand.
Pocket sand.
And the guy
Black,
is, yeah.
black sparkle sand.
That I see then a total of 12 damage,
I'll take it.
and that seems very low on the thingy bumper. And you killed the other bear, and now it's Renin's turn. As reprisal, Renin, what are you doing?
I didn't move. And I have my sneak. And I have advantage.
I should have had advantage. Oops.
Yeah, motherfucker. I'm stabbing the shit out of this polar bear.
I thought you liked polar bears.
I do, but I still want it to die. I like my life more.
You have nearly crippled it to death with one shot into its jugular with your fancy new black dagger. In all likelihood, it might die on its own, but it is just barely clinging to life. Any other actions from Renin?
Just a wave.
Little princess wave, a little bit of blood spatter on the face.
Mm-hmm.
Hot. I'll lick. Actually, I'm gonna lick my blade.
Oh.
Uh,
Gross.
that That was the best reaction, guys. Guys, I'm
Making the
finding my
show.
place in this world.
Half a stadium full of awkward erections. I like that.
Oh.
Um,
Ew.
after Ren, it is Amon's turn.
All right. I'm gonna moon the gold collector.
Yeah, that's what I was just planning on doing as well. We're gonna be mooning him from all around.
That hits. I see 7. Got him to about half-ish health with just that round of mooning. The Moto is nowhere near anybody.
Oh, he's gonna move. Sorry. um, does
And a 5
Does
regrettably misses.
bless does bless apply to my spirit animal as well?
No, but I want to elaborate. The answer is no. The way bless spell normally works, though, like if you were casting it yourself, now that you have access to some holy spells, if you wanted to prepare bless as a spell, bless would target, I think, up to 3 creatures by default. In that instance, you could target Moto or whatever summon you want with bless. So the answer
Gotcha.
is
Okay.
no in the instance of the amulet, which is just for
The-
you.
yeah.
But that spell
Okay.
could technically target a friendly, any friendly.
Good to know. Perfect. That's it for me.
Oni,
Yes.
Amon's got gold collecting summoner guy kind of on the ropes. He's collected about half the gold pile. I'm going to reduce it to about half.
Does a 15 hit?
It does not.
Damn it. Does a 16?
It does.
I'm gonna action surge. So I can do 2 golden blades, right? 2 more golden blades.
That's correct. Yep.
Gross. And that's
I really
my
thought
turn
you were going to get
because
him.
I wanted to do some really cool stuff, but I was not able to.
Okay.
Draco, finish him off.
I know
No,
that in
don't.
different
I
parts of
want
the
to
world
kill
that
the
means different
bipolar bears.
No, then you can have polar bears. If we kill this guy.
Okay, so we would do the moon beam, because that seemed to do quite well. So here we go, moon beam. Where are we at? There it is. DC 17. Submit.
Oh, now I have to roll though, because half of that isn't lethal.
Ouch.
Damn it.
Ouch.
And then
He did. He gets a moonburn and drops unconscious as he sizzles in the concentrated moonlight.
Hold on.
does this loot go flying out? Shing. Do we get showered with gold coming out of him?
He does not. He does
Dang.
not Scott Pilgrim versus the World explode into a pile of gold coins. You notice that about half of what was dumped onto the sandy arena floor remains. You can kind of see from here there's like a bit of disappointment on Oni's face as she kicks open his robe, and the gold coins he collected are not there.
That sucks.
So only the gold that we pick up do we get to take with us.
Yeah, we'll see in a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Since yeah, let's see. What do I want to do? I want get Flame Dude to come a little closer so he can now flame seed this guy. And that didn't do jack. Flame seed is not working today. It's hurting.
On initiative 0, you can see that your Renan's tryhard Nico is holding up like a giant bulging sack of coins, and he keeps trying to point to it. Like, honestly, if he's not a little more careful, someone is going to notice. Like, why does that weird orphan child have a sack full of coin? Wait, where's my money?
Fucking be like, bro. I'll be like,
He's like smiling so big you can see like the nice teeth that he's cared for, and then and the hideous teeth beyond the first set of 4 that he never brushes. He's having like the best day of his whole life.
I'm sure he is, little shit.
Hoppy, on your turn, you have 2 bipolar bears. One's really into it, one's kind of having a depressed day. What do you want to do?
Can I use animal handling to tame them or to get them to stop fighting?
You could potentially use handle animal to get them to stand down from fighting. Your perception of how they came into existence means that they probably are not long for this world in terms of like permanent pets, but you can certainly try to like talk them down from fighting, because they're summoned creatures. They will almost likely desummon at some point. But
Have one fight the other. One fight the other.
No.
Yes.
I was thinking that I wasn't sure if he had some like magic control over them or not. So yeah, I'll try and use animal handling to talk down armor bear.
okay, because they both have been attacked, and they're both like in that sub 50% fighting for their lives, the animal handling check is made with disadvantage. Just because you're the guy who 10 seconds ago was trying to rip their heads off, and you're like, hey, buddies,
Okay.
let's just be cool, yeah?
Is this going to be? All right, I'm doing it.
That'll do.
That is a remarkably good roll. Well, 2 remarkably good rolls. They, each of them, it's not, I know the joke's already been made, but they take a pause, and you, for a moment, are sort of in like that stalemate of, like, they have basically turned to both face you, and sort of, you can see in the subliminal context of their growling snarls and their eyes that like they will listen to what you have to say, but the first thing that hurts them, they're just going to eat you.
Oh.
Like, they sort of they make you responsible for the entire party, but like they're willing to chill for a minute and see what you have to say.
Yeah, I'm gonna pet them.
Wait. Did you say chill? The polar bears are going to chill.
Wasn't sure if I was going to get pun-ished for that one.
This is really unbearable.
If
I'm
no one
gonna
else
tell everybody to stand down. These guys are cool for now.
Let's collect
Do
some
we
gold.
need to? Yeah, somebody can collect the gold, and I'm just gonna like keep them calm until they despawn.
Yep, the audience like is split. They wanted you to like tear them into pieces and eat them, but then there's a few people who are like, "Oh, it's cute," because like one of them's like just grabbed the leather strap of your wrist and is like playing tug of war with your arm, while they kind of just nestle down and become your friend. Um, they're still bloodied, so they just kind of are in like the it's nap time now. But after 10-15 seconds of just sort of nestling down with Hoppy, they just dematerialize, leaving behind just snowdrifts as they despawn.
I'm going to cut. Am I allowed to, or are we still in?
We're outside of initiative order now.
Okay,
But
I'm gonna cut
to respect
patches out of the dead guy's cloak and create little money bundles. I'm gonna split the gold and then chuck money bundles at each of my partners I think the crowd would like that.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
There were 200 gold pieces initially dropped. He took 100.
Okay.
So you guys have 100 gold split 5 ways, 20
So
gold
20
piece.
each. Perfect.
Woohoo!
Mathing.
You do notice that the gold coins here have a special. They're not like traditional pharaoh marked coins. They're made of gold, so like if nothing else, they will just have the same weight that, or the same value that gold of that weight would have. But they're embossed with the Palm Arena logo.
Nice. That's a good idea for the grotto.
For
Just saying.
Grotto gold?
Yeah, grotto gold.
Trade your
Oh.
actual gold for grotto bucks.
3/4 lead, but still, that's
Mm-hmm.
You
we
ever
are
heard
the
of
champions.
Bitcoin?
We are the champions.
Yep. Keep walking
I killed
around
2
the
of them
arena.
myself.
um,
I killed all that died in here. Just saying.
Mhm.
as
Without
a
a scratch
team,
on me.
as a team, who do you think collectively put up the best showing in terms of entertaining the crowd, and who do you think is probably maybe put up the worst performance?
I technically had the highest performance roll.
That's not really what I mean. That is how it's going to end. But I mean, like, as a team, decide who did the best selling themselves to the crowd over the last 3 rounds and who did the worst, and I'm going to need a performance check from each of them to determine how the crowd feels about you.
See, I did seriously take out 2.
You did.
I cleaned up. Yes, I mopped up. I did mop up. The damages. So I was
would
pretty amazing.
probably-
Just saying.
It would probably be the worst because I didn't kill the animals. I petted them.
I was gonna say you kind of showed mercy.
I love how your face
Yeah, I
was like
definitely
that.
think Happy
I
is
don't
the
know,
worst.
Mark. You kind of showed mercy, and you were like a little bit, I don't know, human. So
I
I mean-
dimension doored. I
You
dimension
did.
doored.
to kiss the guy on the cheek.
And
That was
I black-
amazing. I think
And I black
Sanded.
sanded.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's between Draco and Renan, I think.
Mm-hmm. That's the best.
Rochambeau, you for it? I'll kick you right in the.
Rollies,
Who
rollies,
has the best
rollies.
bonus to performance?
You?
No, I
Not
mean
me.
us too. Oh no! Gosh.
Damn it! Good job.
All
Good
right.
job, Draco. You son of a bitch.
Draco represents the best of us in quotations with a 13 performance check. Hoppy trying to sort of like, as you exit the crowd and trying to reframe what they see as a loss or a lack of entertainment. I need a performance check from you, and that'll tell me.
Ah!
As you collect the gold, Hoppy, you try to explain, but Bear good, Hoppy good, Bear and Hoppy friend. You just a third of the lobby just starts booing.
Oh no!
If only I had inspiration.
And like poor Hoppy doesn't get it. He's like, no, bears go.
This is a boo
actually,
bear.
Are you gonna use?
Actually, I am a renowned gladiator. Would this be an additional influence thing? Could I roll that with advantage?
Had you ever fought here, or if you were a Catal champion, I would say yes. But since you technically are not a champion, nor have you ever fought here, I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
So you win this round. You make a couple of extra gold from these weird embossed gold coins, but you do not leave the crowd in a way like they did not watch the People's Champion win today. They very much liked the
sorry,
Slender Polar
guys.
Bear kid, and like they're honestly the vibe of the room is like the wrong person.
Huh? It's okay. We still won.
Yeah, and you still got the money. That's all it really matters.
That's right. We got half of
fight
it.
again.
You are taken back to your antechamber to wait. Same setup as before.
Can we?
Short rest.
Short rest?
Guys.
Yes, absolutely. You'll have at least an hour. Whilst you're there, an
Short
attendant comes to see you and asks if you require any food or water.
I'll take some of both, please.
Like a small what do you call it? Like meats and all. There's a word for that.
Charcuterie.
Charcuterie board is brought in with some water and some wine and some honey mead. You're allowed to eat and drink as much as you want as champions of the arena. And just before that's all taken away, 40 minutes into this rest period, that same robed man wearing an elaborate gold crown stops by and congratulates you on your victory and asks if there are any purchases you would like to make.
Ooh.
What do you have for
I
sale?
would.
Right.
He tells you that you've only won one small purse, so I doubt you can afford much. He rummages around in like a velveteen bag that's strapped to his waist, and he shows you a small red vial, and he says you could have this for 50. And he pulls out an arrow that has this like jagged, whorly knotted head to it. He goes, or this for 100.
What do they
Um,
do? I need to go find Mathis.
Okay.
You have my
You
attention. What is this arrow?
He sort of juggles them both before putting them back into this velveteen bag that you have to assume is a bag of holding because there's no way those items, let alone anything else, would fit into the small velveteen pouch without some kind of magic. Explains that basically it's a potion of healing and an arrow of slaying. That he gleans.
This is a
from
knife
your
of
lack-
stabbing.
gleans from your lack of understanding that you've never participated in the comm games before. These are not pharaonic Catal Pit rules. A cup, a cash reward is added midway through each fight that you can use to purchase enticements, bonuses either between rounds or in round that make the fight more interesting for us to watch and more survivable or deadly for you participating in the arena.
That's the special gold.
Okay.
So can we not spend it elsewhere?
Like no, like Amon will be able to tell you right away. Like it is solid stamped gold. Like it is. You can take it away from this place and easily just someone would be like, that's weird, but it is solid gold and it weighs 1 pound, so therefore it's worth X number of dollars. But it is just not. It's not using like pharaonic currency. It's like if someone tried to buy groceries with actual gold, not $400 US, but like here's 2 ounces of gold. Right. It's worth the same, but like it is just an unusual currency.
Okay.
But yeah, it looks like you can buy things here. The potion of healing just restores 20 hit points, no rolling, and the arrow of slaying treats the first shot you make with this arrow as a critical hit that does 10 additional damage on top of whatever your marksmanship would otherwise grant you.
Nice. I'm not a bow person, so I'm not interested in that, but
Yeah, I'm on the fence. I don't really want to spend 100 gold on an arrow,
all right, we'll pass.
but
Maybe.
we'll see. We'll see how desperate we get further in.
He just
Well,
vows
round for one more round.
there's potentially advancement up to a 4th round if you guys are successful each time. Let me ask each of you as people, not as players. It is 11:30. If we pedal to the metal, we can maybe get through one more combat. Win or lose, that'd put us in the 2nd round. Or is it better to just save this for next week and we'll stop 30 minutes early? I know Mark was saying he might have to leave early anyway. Is there any basketball advantage this weekend of cutting it a few minutes short, or do you want to try to push forward?
I'm okay going the rest of it.
Yeah, either way is fine with us. Zeke has a game. Well, Caleb, what's your call?
I mean, we can still get him there. It's right around the corner from our house, so it's not like it's going to take a while to get there. So I'm cool playing up until 12, but probably no later than that.
Okay. We'll start the next round then. Asterisk at 12 o'clock exactly. We stop no matter where we are. Does that sound agreeable to everybody?
Sure.
Good to me.
Perfect.
This time, you guys are allowed to position yourselves wherever you'd like in the arena. The bestial spirit is gone. This dude's gone.
Yeah, I recast him, so he's still here. 'Cause he's very useful for the fights.
You guys are ushered into the arena. The announcer says, "Congratulations to this team, Elijah's Flame. Elijah's. I believe I'm saying that right. Elijah's Flame are crowning champions with their gladiatorial champion Ani."
Where is that guy? Can I see him from where I'm standing?
Yeah, he's at the western mouth gate.
He's here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a rude gesture and cross both of my swords at him.
Says, "Oh my, I'm certain I got that wrong. What a feisty one we've got today, folks."
She's a little fiery, isn't she?
Hopefully she's not wasted all of her energy because the next feat of strength that lays before her will surely test her mettle. You've seen it once before, seeking revenge for its now dethroned master. Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you the Snow Beast! You can hear a terrible rumbling in the courtyard as the eastern mouth gate opens, and in the shadows of that gate you can see 2 faint blue eyes, and then you can hear thunderous footfalls as no attempt at secrecy or stealth is given. A giant quadrupedal blue creature comes tear ass out of that hole, and even from this distance you can feel an intense wave of cold enter the arena.
He must have some severe blue balls.
Ah!
Let's go ahead and roll new initiative.
What? That's the
Holy
highest I've ever rolled.
moly!
That is the highest I've ever rolled.
I was feeling good about my initiative roll until I saw yours.
And you're still not first.
Wow, Reddit. Thanks
Brennan's
for taking my
always first.
thunder.
She's got amazing initiative.
I have like a really good initiative.
Mhm.
I don't.
Mine's horrendous. Mine's 0.1.
How did you manage to not get your character on the turn tracker? I thought that they even changed the update where you didn't have to have your character selected anymore.
Who are you talking to?
Come on, he's not on the turn order tracker, and I didn't think that was possible anymore.
He is. Oh, no, he isn't. Weird. He's at the very bottom of it. It says 0.
Happy to re-roll. I mean,
That's weird. All right, Brennan, it makes sense. It comes out of the gate closest to you. You can feel just emanating cold from it. It's got a maw of jagged teeth that look more like icicles than they do conventional teeth. Putting your hand out, you can just feel like the cold gets almost painful as you get closer to the body of this creature. What would you like to do?
Can I thunder wave it?
You can try.
I didn't move, so. No.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Oof.
Damn
So I
it.
think that's half damage and no movement. Is that correct?
Yeah.
You should still be able to move because you're not in melee with it. If you want to get away from it.
Yeah. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go right in between my brother. I'm gonna cartwheel the whole way though.
Mhm.
You're drawing it over here. What are you doing drawing it over here? You don't draw it over here. You got the-
Back flipping end over end. Oh, no applause? That's cold.
You got people with you a lot more your hit points and stuff like that, and you come over to us.
Draco?
Okay. Fire mini
You're gonna go
dude.
this early, huh? Worried about pulling for it?
That's right. Little fire dude's here, and he's gonna basically get it so I can use my scorching ray 3 times. 1,
Banking on this. Ooh, good job.
2. Ooh, we don't know about that one.
Mm-mm,
And 3.
mm-mm.
And then
Oh.
also, any of those hit?
The first one only.
Okay.
Okay. All
There
right.
you go, plus 6. And then a flame seed. Yay, flame seed actually hits.
For almost as much as your level 1 spell.
Yes.
The fire guy's flexing on you. It's not even that hard. Something interesting happens when you hit it with the fire damage. It washes over, turning some of the exterior of his skin to like liquid, like the ice melts to water for a brief second, but then it palpitates, it wriggles and shakes almost like it's having like a seizure, and a line of blue energy begins to emanate from the tip of its tail all the way down the ridge of its back until you can see a glowing blue light in its agaped mouth.
Uh-oh. Run, fire dude, run!
Hoppy's gonna come up here and punch it in the mouth, I guess. Did not hit on a 14.
Love it.
I think 14 is the highest that we've missed on you.
Did not hit on a 14, so I'm not gonna do great weapon or the extra damage.
You're kind of far away from him, dude.
I can yeah, I've got extra reach. I want to. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this,
Nice.
and I get another D8 or another D10 for
Devastating critical or monsters critical, whatever.
yeah, brutal
And
critical.
you get to
Brutal, that's
roll.
one.
Yep.
Roll
Here's
on that table.
the
Okay.
crit
What's
hit
giving you advantage?
and
Ooh.
reckless attack.
Nice.
With 3. That's your least favorite one because that's what you're already doing. You get the opportunity to be reckless if you want to.
Sweet.
No, he
I guess I
rolled a
will be reckless if I
25.
want.
not a 3. Right?
Yeah, I rolled a 25.
He rolled a
The
25
3
and a
is
3.
extra damage.
Mhm.
My brain auto did not do that well. You
Sorry,
begin
I
to
did it
recognize
backwards.
patterns in your opponent's fighting technique. You gain a +2 to your AC against that target and advantage on all saving throw effects from that target until the end of your next turn.
Nice.
And there's my second attack with more damage. So 22 damage and 11 damage, 33 damage.
Nice. Starting to look visibly wounded. Oni, we get to take her turn, and then we will unleash the beast.
Unleash the beast.
Minotaur.
Does an 18 hit?
18 does hit.
22 hits. And 20 hits.
20 does not. Oh, shucks.
And depending on where it's at in its life, I'm gonna action surge.
Surge. Hold the DM on an action surge.
Where are we at?
He's taking 34.
Tilde.
Just below half health, and yes, and then like 600 million tildes.
Hey!
Nice.
18! And a 45.
Wow. Wowza.
Oni was upset she wasn't, the fan favorite last round, so
Taking all of those misses out on this poor creature.
You are able, your senses heighten and you become aware of threats around the battlefield. You are able to use the dodge action after your attack.
I will use the dodge action since I'm standing right in front of it.
Seems very fair. Any other actions?
No, I'm just going to, once I'm finished with all of my attacks, I'm going to take a defensive stance and yell at the crowd. Like just, nah.
Noise. Need to prep a thing, but while I'm prepping that thing, the enormous amount of blue energy that has traveled along the spine of this creature, starting from the tip of its tail, growing ice all down the creature's back, has collected in its gullet as this giant ball of light blue energy, reacting in response to having been burnt. It now lowers its jaw almost to the ground and spews forth a cone of freezing ice energy. 60 foot wide at its widest. It will be, I think, everybody except Oniara. Because I believe at that point you will be just outside of the cone if I want to include Uppy. I'd like a Constitution saving throw from everybody except Oniara.
I get that with advantage.
Oh, Draco.
I don't.
Hoppy takes 22 points of cold damage. Everybody else takes 44 points of cold damage.
aw, poor
Is that
fire
how-
dude.
I'm sorry. Did you say 44?
I surely did.
Oh my god.
Oh, my poor fire dude. He is now gone. Poof.
Bye, fire dude.
And as like all of the heat dissipates from this arena, he seems to heal, or like almost like he's growing in size as he does it.
Oh.
This is not good, guys.
It is a mom's turn.
I'm very wounded.
Can you take my hair, please? I'm just gonna moonbow. Keep it simple.
Why did you bring him in here, bud?
Hi, this trash is on fire. I thought you'd want it.
Hey!
Ooh,
Very
there
well
we
done.
go.
Hey, all right.
And on the table,
4.
Getting there.
No.
you can choose to gain advantage on attack rolls until the end of your next turn, but if you do, all enemies have advantage on their attack rolls against you until the end of your next turn. And any movement from Amon.
Sure. I'm just gonna move really far away.
Okay. At initiative 0, the same cloaked figure appears before as like a master of ceremonies and dumps gold coin into the sands of the arena again. This purse seems to be larger than the last one. The audience cheers like crazy. And as it chings, the creature like seems to have either been trained to recognize the sound or naturally likes the sound, and looks through Hoppy and Oni like it recognizes what that is. Start of round 2. It is Renan's turn.
All right. This is awesome. Please.
That does hit.
Awesome.
Down
Do
to
I
about a
get
quarter health.
sneak?
Yeah, Oni's within 5.
Cool.
All right, bring us home, Draco.
Okay. I'm going to run up a little closer, about right here, and then throw an ice knife. See where's I saw it. Yeah, that didn't really bring it home. But if it does explode here in a moment. So everyone within 5 feet needs to roll a dexterity saving throw or take 2d6 cold damage.
Since I have the dodge action, do I have to roll?
Yes, all that dodge means is that attacks made against you have disadvantage, but this is not an attack roll.
Okay, a dex saving throw. What did I have to roll?
17. It's 8 damage is all it is, so it doesn't like it's a ton.
Friendly fire.
I figure it's better than using fire so we all don't get, iced again. That was my thinking.
Yes, please don't do that.
The piercing damage is only 3, correct?
Correct.
I take 3 points of damage, and he is completely immune to cold damage.
Oh, bitch. That didn't work out like how I was hoping.
The sharp parts stick into his skin, but the ice has no impact.
I'm gonna look at Draco and just like, really?
Anything else from Fire Guy or movement wise?
Fire guy did. So okay, from that, then I'm gonna start running towards the gold.
Gotta get somebody before I die. Hoppy, it's your turn.
Helping.
I'm gonna move around the side of him, just so if we have another cone issue, we don't have everybody getting hit by it.
Good move.
And then I am going to. Do we have an arm class yet?
We've hit
Or 18?
I say 18 is the highest. It's the lowest I think I've seen hit. I think 14 is the highest.
Okay. Then I'm not going to use Great Weapon Mastery, I don't think. Probably doesn't hit. That
one does.
And technically, since I moved, I could use horns. Since I moved 20 feet. Are you okay? Oh, but I'd have to be in close combat, so never mind.
Copy that. Oni.
Okay, get home, Oni.
Okay. I'm gonna ask the crowd if they're ready to see this creature's insides. Are you ready?
See this creature's inside.
You can hear like a middling response of like just cheers for gore and blood spatter, and like there's just this one like piercing voice, like you could.
Oh. Just don't drop your weapon. Don't roll one. Oh,
nice.
I'm gonna go ahead and just see what this looks like before I roll anything else. Because if that's enough to kill it, I have my death blow plan in place.